This program is for educational purposes only. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We're honored to continue and share the teachings of the founding father of science of epigenetics, Dr. Joel Wallach. This program is for educational purposes only. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We're honored to continue and share the teachings of the founding father of science of epigenetics, Dr. Joel Wallach. This program is for educational purposes only. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We're honored to continue and share the teachings of the founding father of science of epigenetics, Dr. Joel Wallach. This program is for educational purposes only. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. Let's go ahead and open up that Zoom room, as yes, we do have a live studio audience. And we are excited for those who are joining us each and every day, whether you're here in the live Zoom or out on the different platforms. You matter, and this information that we bring to you is to help you become more, not just become, but realize how empowered you are when it comes to your own health and your own wellness. And that's not just with the physical body, but if you've ever thought about having your own business, we can help with the financial side as well. Well, today we have a special presentation for you. But one thing I want to make clear, that if you were invited to watch this program by anybody specific, you're going to get back with them. They are your person. They are your number one point of contact when it comes to anything that we mention here on the Daily with Doc and Becca show. Now, if you found us on your own and you would like to speak with one of my certified holistic health coaches or myself, you may give us a call at 855-949-3377. Again, that's 855-949-3377. This program is being sponsored by dailywithdoc.com, where you'll find more information in regards to health, nutrition, about the amazing Dr. Joel Wallach and pharmacist Ben Fuchs, a little bit about myself, and articles that help you put more tools in your toolbox to create a better health journey. Well, I have a question for you. Have you ever mentioned the 90 essential nutrients to friends and family, and they still just don't quite get it or understand the importance? So this episode will provide you digital resources that you can use to show and explain to them in as much detail as needed. And to help me with this presentation, I have our digital marketing director, AJ. Coach AJ, welcome to the spotlight, my friend. So for those of you who don't know AJ, he has been very instrumental in helping the Daily with Doc show get out on all the different platforms and create a huge splash in social media world. So I am super excited to have him on with us today, as we have a lot to show you. And AJ, tell us about what we're going to show them today.
Well, thank you, my friend, Becca Dukes. Thank you. I don't know if I've said it publicly, but I want to thank you for bringing me on the team and giving me a purpose. And this is really what this whole longevity thing is about. I really appreciate all of our longevity family, Ruth Ellen, for scouting me, and Marilyn for everything you do, and Albert for doing it throughout the middle of the night. Even the folks who visit with us, like Ann and Corey and Lorna and Nancy and Stenio and Royce and Marlene and the people on YouTube. You all make it worthwhile. And if I didn't say your name, doesn't mean I forgot you. Bruce and Olga and everyone else who is with us on a daily basis or a weekly basis, or whenever you can tune in. It makes it all worthwhile. And this is why we continue to strive to teach folks about what Dr. Wallach has taught us, how to use the 90 essential nutrients to assist yourself and your families towards a better health outcome and journey, because it is all about the journey. And I just wanted to say thank you, Becca, and thank you, everyone else.
Well, thank you, AJ, because you have been instrumental, and I know you don't like us to talk about you behind your back or in your front of your face, but we have a lot of things to show people today.
We do?
Where do you want to start?
All right. So the topic of today's show is, you may have been struggling with trying to help family and friends understand what the 90 essential nutrients are all about. And we have, over time, created a lot of resources that might help you to do that on a simplistic level, and then also on maybe a more detailed level, as far as maybe different health concerns that some folks may have, understanding all of these things. So we're just going to take you through an interactive tour of some of the things that we have to share with you. I'm going to start here with, this is an, didn't mean to start there. I mean to start here. This is an image that our friend Marilyn created. And this image just gives us an just tells us about what the 90 essential nutrients are. You get 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, and 2 essential fatty acids. Obviously, we use 3 essential fatty acids. So we're talking about omega-3s, 6s, and 9s. But if you put 3 essential fatty acids, it would add up to 91. And 91 essential nutrients just doesn't have the same ring as 90. And, the government really doesn't consider omega-9 as essential today, but maybe at some point in the future, they will, there are more omegas that are important. Maybe that will change. So, Becca, do you have any commentary on this first one?
Well, I love the fact that it's in a flower because, you know, I love flowers, whether it's sunflowers, roses.
Yes, I figured you would like the flower aspect to it. And then I just want to just now we can go from simple and then we can get a little more complex with it. And now this is a more complex image explaining the 60 minerals. And then in the minerals here, they're all listed here. And then we have the 3 essential fatty acids explained here. It's talking about the aminos that are essential and some of the key vitamins that are essential. So we have multiple ways depending on how folks are able to process information. We have multiple ways that we can share with them about our message. So this happens to be one image where we're talking about one of Dr. Wallach's protocols for resolving anemia. He talks a lot about iron, low iron. So we could talk about anemia is not just an iron shortage, but it's an absorption issue. And sometimes pictures are easier to explain a concept than it is to just talk to people. You know, maybe it works different parts of the brain. I'm not sure, but we try and use whatever we can to help folks to understand better. So as we're looking here, we see that stomach requires stomach acid to even break things down. We have to have a healthy gut. So we want to avoid certain foods to make sure that we have a good gut. And then we want to rebuild our bone marrow. We want to rebuild our gut and we want to rebuild our bone marrow. So we talk about that here. And then it's also talking about some of the things that might be missing from the diet that are cofactors to make things work better. To be able to make your red blood cells, you need other nutrients, not just iron. So the process of just ingesting iron, this is a way that one can understand better that concept. Any questions on that, Becca?
Well, you know, I love the visual aspect because there are so many people that are visual learners. You can talk, and it's like in, out, they comprehend about 10%. But when you have a graphic like this that goes through and lists the problem and then gives you specific things that are associated with the problem and then the solution, I think that it really does make an impact on people's ability to understand better. And these graphics have been just a game changer, AJ.
Well, I love to hear that. And that is what we want to do, is have an impact. So, you know, we can talk about these others. This is a comparison. One day, someone was talking about the benefit of cow's milk, and I was talking about hemp seed milk. And we have different comparisons that we can utilize to help tell the story to our friends and family. Get them to understand the necessity of certain nutrients. We will come back to this, but this is a little preview. This is something that we use to market some of the products. And for example, we can see that the 2 cats are having a fight over the Arthrodex. Just a little cute way to do that. And that's just a little taste of what I wanted to show you. And I'm wondering if there's any comments or questions anywhere.
Well, I know Chris O'Hare had his hand up and still does. Chris,
does Chris
go ahead
know
and
that?
unmute yourself. Christopher.
Yes. I was
Hello.
actually, Hello, how are you? Hey, AJ, I don't
Fabulous.
remember me. We met with Tom.
Oh
And
yeah, what up, Chris? How are you?
I'm doing well.
All right, fantastic.
We met up with Victor in the
Yeah,
diner.
you got my number.
That's right. I try not to bother people too much.
No, you're my man. Anytime. Well, do you have a question that's not
Well,
health related?
well, no, actually, it is health related, and it's about anemia.
It's
And
about
that's
anemia.
yes, because I was very recently diagnosed with aplastic anemia.
Hmm. Are you taking the 90 essential nutrients?
Actually, I will be.
Uh-huh.
They will be ordered today. I was just waiting on a check.
Okay. Well, I think that we could probably talk a little bit more offline because I'm not a doctor. We
Right.
don't have a doctor or pharmacist been on the show today to really
Okay.
give you that answer. Although we are health coaches, and I would tell you that just like that image showed, it's important to make sure that your digestion is good. So, you want to get rid of that hamburger bun
Yeah, I don't do that.
and
I don't do that.
all that good old cake. I know you
Yeah, I
like
like
that
the
chocolate.
cake, but I've cut back
Yeah, and make sure you
tremendously.
salt your food so you get that good stomach acid. And we could talk about some other products as well. And Becca's
Okay.
got some help
I was
for you.
actually Ben Fuchs isn't on today.
So
Not
no,
big.
today is the rare day that we don't have pharmacist Ben. You only got me.
Right. Okay, no, okay. And I had called in today. I spoke with him on another show, and he told me to call in today, and he gave me some questions that I was supposed to ask my doctor that I did.
Okay. You called in yesterday. You spoke to him on the Mineral Way?
I spoke 2 days ago on Hair on Fire with Tom.
Okay. Okay.
Because that's always I like that call. It's amusing.
Yes, Tom is a character, isn't he?
Yes.
That's our
But
guy.
and
Okay.
Ben was on, and I spoke to him about it, and he gave me some questions to ask my doctors, which I did, and I have some answers for him. But
Mhm.
then you mentioned the anemia anyway in the beginning. It was mentioned, so I figured, you know what? Let me stay on and see what you have to say and ask my questions.
Mhm. Yeah. So again, we can talk offline, or you can follow up with pharmacist Ben.
Okay.
But
I'll
this
give you a
this
shout out later on. I'll send you a text when it's good for you. We can talk.
sounds good, friend.
All righty. Thank you so much.
Be good, Chris. Thank you.
You too. Bye bye.
All right. Any other questions in regards to what we are talking about today? So I know we've got many amazing coaches here in our live studio audience. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to raise your hand and let's get those questions answered. AJ, what would you like to talk about next?
I'd like to talk about what Marilyn has to say.
Marilyn. Marilyn, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yeah, hi AJ. In 1990, I was diagnosed with pernicious anemia, and they ran all these tests. They kept saying I needed more folic acid, and they would give me B12 shots, but nobody addressed the 90 essential nutrients. And over time, they more or less said I was no longer. I was back in Wisconsin at that time. In 1998, I came here, and they never said I had anemia. So I might improve something in my diet. I don't know. But it was only after Dr. Wallach and taking these 90. It's never even a concern of mine now. Not at all. And those cofactors really do matter. The methylfolate, stuff in homogenized milk, all of that. I don't just take cow's milk. I take cow's milk for the methylfolate and the B12.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's very important.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing. And yeah, there's we want to help everybody, whether you're a vegan or carnivore. We're here to help everyone, and we appreciate your bringing in, and we appreciate you making that graphic that we started the show with too.
Absolutely. Anything to help.
Awesome. Thank you, Marilyn. And, you know, since she shared her little bit of story about a type of anemia, when I was 17, I tried to give blood. And ever since I was 17, I tried more than a dozen times to give blood, and they always rejected me because of anemia. Well, I got on the 90 essential nutrients. I was actually the Pig Pack Plus that Dr. Wallach had recommended for me, and was invited to give blood when I was, let's see, how old was I? I was 46. So from 17 to 46. And I think the last time I tried giving blood, I was about 41, 42. Actually, that wasn't giving blood. That's a doctor telling me I was anemic. And then at 46, just a year after starting on the longevity products, I was invited. I'm like, oh, sure, why not? Let's just see what they say. And I was invited to sit for a double whole blood draw. And I didn't even know I was working on my blood. I was focused on my bones and my joints. So there's something to be said about the 90 essential nutrients, folks.
They wanted a double dose of that good blood.
Double dose of the good stuff.
And
I felt so much better. I mean, I wasn't tired all the time, you know, all of the different symptoms. I had color in my lips and my face again, and my eyes were bright, and I just looked healthy. So.
Absolutely. And that is why we share this message. And this is why we try and use so many form factors in which to do so. And speaking of form factors, Becca, do you mind sharing some of the places that they can find some of our information?
Oh, absolutely. Let me go ahead and do a screen share here. Oh, stop. It's
the wrong screen.
Oops. That's what happens when you got two screens going. Sorry, folks. Okay. All right, let's try this one. So first of all, we've got the dailywithdoc.com website, which is soon to have a beautiful makeover and look more like this. We also have, which one do you want me to share next, AJ?
You can go anything you want. We can say that one for last. Say that one for last.
You want to say that one for last? Okay.
Yeah, I want to talk about that.
All right. So Facebook, social media. I mean, there's so much that we can do in finding information. And this is some of the stuff that we've done here with the Daily with Doc team. We've got our Facebook page for specifically Daily with Doc and Becca. This I started when I was with Dr. Wallach as his assistant back to 2022 through 2024, where we share our shows and other information. I also have Critical Health News, where again, we're sharing the information there. We do get some articles thrown in here as well. Of course, I've got to scroll down, but you can find all of our Daily with Doc replays on Facebook on our Critical Health News page as well. We've got Root Not Fruit. Now, folks, I encourage you to, and let me grab this. I'm going to put it in the chat and click on it. If you're here in the live audience with us, click on that and follow. We've got a lot of great information, including these graphics that AJ has shared that are going to be shared more on Fruit Not Root. And then if you're here or watching us out on the different platforms, Facebook, fruitnotroot.com.
Root Not Fruit.
I'm sorry.
No worries. I do the same.
Well, it just shows that I am dyslexic still, so sorry.
Yeah.
We also have, for a team of us that are certified holistic health coaches, we have the Institute of Holistic Health Coaches page where we are sharing events that we are doing in the area, including the Holistic Health Expo. We did one in New Jersey just March 1st. We've got another one coming up April 19th in Philadelphia. And I'm going to be sharing more information and such in regards to that. Here we've got some anti-nutrients in a graphic that I put together using some of the apps and tools that AJ has taught me. So I get addicted. I have an addictive personality, folks. And if it has to do with creating something that's informative, that's going to help individuals get better, that's my addiction. And then, of course, my Better by the Minute life that is also on Facebook, where I have some more information of graphics that I have created. And here we're talking about neuropathy and the causes of neuropathy and some of the things that we can do to help. Well, one, the causes, like I said, but also things that we need to look at to make some differences.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Becca. On this image here, is this information that you got from Dr. Wallach or Pharmacist Ben, or something that you just grabbed from the internet randomly?
Oh no, this is a combination of Dr. Wallach and Pharmacist Ben, taking information specifically from our database of shows and transcripts that talks about the actual root causes. Because, you know, neuropathy, mainstream media, they're going to say, oh, it's diabetic neuropathy. There's nothing that you can do about it. The damage is done. Well, that's not true. There's so much that we can do.
Excellent.
And next, can I show this?
Yeah, we got to share that. We
got to share this. This is so cute. Michelle Wallach had this put together, and I just want to share it with all of you.
Start from the beginning.
I got to start from the beginning. Usually it gives me a little thing to start from the beginning. Here we go.
Make sure you're sharing your sound.
Nutrients in our food aren't what they used to be. Modern farming has left many soils depleted of essential minerals. Hi, I'm Dr. Joel Wallach. After decades of research, I discovered that many health challenges are linked to missing nutrients, especially minerals. That's why mineral supplementation can help fill the gaps our modern diets often miss. Our plant-derived minerals have been extracted from ancient, untouched soils of a Utah mineral mine, so you can support your body with prehistoric minerals in their unaltered form. Replenish essential nutrients and build a foundation for better health with longevity.
And, you know, I like that because it makes it reachable for everyone. It's, you know, this is approachable. So now, there's many ways to reach people, and this is an excellent way. You know, not only do you have a static image, but now you got talking and a video, and you know, nobody's more lovable than the AI avatar of Dr. Wallach.
There is one thing about this avatar, AJ. Dr. Wallach does not have brown eyes. He has beautiful baby blues.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, but yeah, but you guys get the idea. Things that really capture people's eye and gets them interested in watching or looking at it and checking it out, using lots of color and creativity. So another platform that we also have Instagram with the Daily with Doc and Becca show. This was just created, so please, if you're on Instagram, look us up, follow, share. And it also includes here, oh, it's not going to let me do it. Information, like this is about an upcoming event that we're going to be at. I've got information that is in regards to the Pharmacist Ben Bites with Coach AJ and Root Not Fruit. including the 10 good foods, bad foods list, and different forms of healthy proteins. So, and this is more animal protein for those of you who are carnivores or omnivores. We also have on YouTube, the Daily with Doc and Becca YouTube channel. So if you're on YouTube, you can find us there. Please subscribe and follow. And all of the videos that we have here are shareable so that you can use this information to get the message across, especially if you're watching it and you can think of somebody that has any of the conditions or symptoms. You can share this information with them. So it's not just you talking, because they know you as a friend, not as a health professional. But we provide information to help you share with others. And Marilyn, could you put an A on the end of that Instagram link, please? I think there's an A. And then, of course, Rumble. Rumble is a great place to go where they have less censorship than YouTube, as we have been put in timeout on YouTube many times. So Rumble is a great place to go. Looking at our critical health news channel, that is our parent channel, I should say, as we are an offspring of the critical health news team. We are also on Audible. So for those of you who are on Audible, you can listen to us free. You're not going to get our beautiful faces, but you're going to get the content and information that you can listen to on your drive, in the background, anywhere that you want to be. And last but not least, it's not last. We're in many more places, but we're also on Spotify. So you can plug into Spotify, look us up, again, Daily with Doc and Becca, find our channel, follow us, and be able to catch our shows and content there as well.
Absolutely. And before the end of the show, Ruth Ellen's going to tell us exactly where and how to find all of our platforms like that. But I do want to just run through a bunch of them real quick so that we can see. We see that we have on the screen, we're on iHeart, Amazon Music. This one is Podcast Addict. Of course, it's the Critical Health News website. This is Podcast Republic. I think I just closed one. This is Spotify. You see, Spotify. You can find on PodScan, Apple, Spotify again. You got Amazon Music. I might crash my computer trying to find all these, but you get the point. Amazon, some Daily with Doc on Spotify, again, and then YouTube Music. If you have that, Podchaser, we're on Podtail. No reason that your friends and family cannot find TuneIn app, on the TuneIn app. This one is Rephonic, and the good thing about Rephonic, it just told us that we are the number 206 ranked podcast in Ireland in the health category. So that is an accomplishment. Somebody's listening in Ireland. And again, iHeart and Deezer. So these are some of the places where you can find the Daily with Doc website. Ruth Ellen, is there any questions coming in from the platforms at all, or are they just not interested in hearing from AJ today?
That is not true. There are a couple of comments. So, where did I put them? I just put, okay, so Bruce wants to know if you can give us a list of what elements and nutrition you take daily for longevity?
Talking to me or Becca?
AJ.
What do I take daily?
Yes, sir.
Tangy Tangerine, Ultimate EFAs. Very often, beyond Osteo-fx, collagen peptides,
Mhm.
FucoidZ, selenium. I do Flora FX sometimes, or some sort of probiotic and that sort of thing. And stay balanced is one of the things that's my secret. Don't tell anybody, but I like to stay balanced. And but I have quite a number of other things that I could take, but my mainstay is going to be the 90. I mean, my mainstay is going to be the 90 with some collagen and the selenium. That's kind of without fail.
Okay. And then Olga says, and this is very important, multi-talented digital marketing director, otherwise known as AJ the DJ, the music man, too many titles.
Okay.
Happy face.
That is our good friend Olga,
Yes.
and the check is in the mail. So we will
That's
get that
good.
to her.
And then we have another question, but I don't know. Where did I think it's Jill on YouTube. Where do you find the neuropathy informational graphic that we shared? I think.
Okay, so if you and we're going to show a lot more, but anything that you want to learn about, even if you'd like to have we will do 2 free AI learning classes for anybody. Don't have to be part of longevity. It'd be nice, but you don't have to be. And we will do 2 of those, but you have to, if you have any questions at dailywithdoc.com. That is the place to go so that we can address any questions that you have and get you the help that you need.
Awesome. That sounds amazing. Thank you for doing that for everybody, AJ. And
Yep.
I'm going to go scope out Facebook and see if I can find any more questions or comments.
All right. And Rumble. And then Miriam, yes, if you just email questions at dailywithdoc.com. And by the way, you mentioned when you do email questions at dailywithdoc, mention whether or not you're a distributor or a user of the products. That will help me to, better understand what to share with you. And Becca, were you gonna make a quick comment or?
I want to thank Olga. She's joining us from the UK and very consistent and doing such a fabulous job in gaining knowledge. She's just brilliant. Thank you, Olga.
Yes, she is, and patient.
And also for those of you who are live here with us, if you check that chat, our list, and people's like, well, why don't you know where all you are, and can't you just say it? I'm like, because that list is super long, and he mentioned things that I didn't even know we were on. That's AJ. So we want to make sure that when people are looking, they find information that is not mainstream pushing pharmaceuticals to mass symptoms. We're all about root cause and making sure people understand how important nutrition is for the body.
And speaking of pushing pharmaceuticals, I just wanted to share this piece of this. This is kind of a tool that we use to, also further illustrate ways that people can understand what's going on in their body so they can make better choices. So we're just going to play a little bit of this.
Ozempic effect, this massive Hollywood weight loss revolution. You've got tennis icon Serena Williams, and she's just one of many celebs praising these drugs. And get this, she's not alone. Over 31 million American adults are right there with her. They were first for diabetes. Basically, they slow digestion so you feel full and lose weight. This celebrity hype is actually changing public health choices in a big, measurable way. Just look at this. Every time a celebrity speaks out, appointments for these drugs just skyrocket. But you gotta know, these are often paid marketing campaigns, not just personal stories. But behind all the celebrity hype, a really dark story is starting to come out. How dark? Well, more than 4,400 people are now suing the drug makers over these meds. A key claim is a terrifying condition called gastroparesis.
Okay, so the purpose of this is not to, down anything here, but I just did want folks to know that there are many tools that we use to get the message out that there is another way. If you choose to, treat your body in a more holistic manner, we have some of the tools to help you to do that. So you can see that we use text, we use imagery, we use video, we use multiple platforms to get that information out. And as we are here, I'm just going to stop that share because I got to get my act together. But as we are here,
AJ?
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to mention, we have so many people that have been taking the pharmaceuticals and they're experiencing those bad side effects that I myself, when I was on pharmaceuticals, I kind of would glance over those side effects and think, oh, that's not going to happen to me. They have to mention it just for legal reasons. But then I was experiencing those bad side effects. And we get a lot of people that have also experienced those side effects, really looking to get over, or is there any help in overcoming those side effects? And folks, we can't promise, and this program is for educational purposes only. It's not meant to take the place of your primary care physician. But when you give the body what it needs, the body itself can do some amazing things when surgery has not corrupted it. You can still support the rest of the body even after a bad surgery, but nutrition is so key, not only in the responding to poor health, but it's so much easier and less expensive when you're being proactive. This is for everybody, not just people that have already gotten sick, and especially for young families that are planning a family and they want to make sure that they have healthy kids and healthy pregnancies. Nutrition is going to be that one thing that you get it on board, you're going to have a better outcome. And there's no reason to just do, flip a coin and hope that you got to get a great baby or expect that you're going to have a great baby, when you can actually put the odds more on your side of, having a baby that's not going to have some special needs. And there's so many things now that looking at behavioral concerns, where it used to be 1 in 1,000, now you're looking at 3 out of 5, 2 out of 5, depending on what stats you're looking at, of individuals who are being considered to have attention deficits, whatever they may be, or, being on what they call the spectrum. Folks, even after a diagnosis, and I've done a program before, don't become your label. There's a lot that nutrition can do, because the body is an amazingly designed mechanism.
And you got to give your body the tools it needs. And as you were talking about the medications earlier, yes, every day, even if it's a simple side effect, like you're feeling tired or what have you, every single day, I will speak to someone who, very often, if not every day, every other day, someone is feeling the effects of some medication that they're taking, and they want another way. And we try and help them to make that decision for themselves. So if you don't mind, I'd like to continue sharing because we might be running out of time here.
Go for it.
So this is Twitter. And on X, or formerly known as Twitter, you can see us right there on the screen on the Critical Health News page. And if we clicked here, you'll see us here on the Daily with Doc page. Daily with Doc is the primary hub because Becca, out of her own pocket, spends the money to make sure that we're on Twitter and can share. And then we have the replay or the recast on the Critical Health News page. So by the way, so if you do watch us on Twitter, you know, give a special thanks to Becca for that. On TikTok, you can see here we have a good number of shorts on TikTok. We need to continue to build this out and serve the people who are here. We're going to meet people where they're at. We need to continue to build out our page, the Army of the Informed, on Reddit. This is our family home on Reddit. We have a couple of posts on here, and you know, it is very a way to reach more people. There are a lot of communities on Reddit, and they need the information too. And then we have detailed. So we talked about very general and simple ways, but if someone needs more complex explanations, we have the Triangle of Disease website. And on the Triangle of Disease website, we can see that the 3 points of the triangle are the digestive system, the blood sugar system, and the adrenal thyroid axis. I forget another name Ben gave that, that's more common. But we can see that we try to make this as interactive as possible. We have some tools on the site, you know, different things that you can use to explore health strategies on this particular website. There's really no selling on this website. This is a site that you can use for information. And that's how we like it. We like you to get information. If we could just see strategies for digestive health, food choices, then we have digestive support, and then further healing and a healing protocol. We go to the blood sugar system. We can see more information here. The body's fuel system. Obviously, the blood takes nutrients to the cells and toxins away. And we can see all the things that are affected by good or bad blood. And then the adrenal thyroid complex, the body's regulatory hub, and just some insights here. To work on the thyroid and adrenal health, you must first address the first 2 points of the triangle, the digestive system and the blood sugar system. And obviously, this is all informed by our good friend, pharmacist Ben. As you can see on the bottom here, this is a concept created by pharmacist Ben to address root causes of chronic health issues. And many assessment tools. You can find a health coach on this page. If you'd like to talk to a health coach, we have some assessment tools here that might be helpful for you. And we have tools upon tools upon tools, food diaries. We have other food diaries that are not here, but we spent a lot of time creating things that make your ability to share and help your family learn more easier. What do you think? What do you think about that, Becca? You're muted, I think. Must not like it.
There is so much. Of course, I like it. Come on, buddy. There's so much information on these websites that really do make our jobs as health coaches and wanting to build a business easier. And I just want to remind people, if you're already working with a health coach, yes, there's a health assessment on here, but get with the person that shared this program with you, because chances are they have their own health assessment. You want to keep your information with the person that you are already working with. They care enough about you to share this information. So make sure that you get back with them. And AJ, you know, this just makes things so easy that no matter what time of the day that somebody is wanting information, they can get it 24/7 without waking somebody up.
Yeah, and but you know, the key is they got to go to the page. I mean, you know, you can't learn from it if you don't read the page, right? So, you know,
That is
make
true.
sure that you share it with the folks. It's just like the supplements work a lot better when you consume them.
There's there's no, what is it, osmosis, where you just have them hanging around and they're going to help you. No,
Yeah,
you got to put them in the body.
Doesn't quite work that way. Now, so this is the world premiere of a new website that we put together, and I hope you like it. This is the world premiere. Marilyn and Albert haven't even, and Coach Rod haven't even seen this one yet. This one is the Daily with Doc team website. And if we go through the Daily with Doc team website, we will see information about the man and why we're doing this. Discover the groundbreaking researcher, Dr. Joel Wallach, the man that proved that optimal health is a nutritional formula, not a genetic lottery. Over 20,000 autopsies, one revolutionary conclusion. So when we see some information here, why the world listens to Dr. Wallach, the NIH grant. We see the man who crossed every boundary. He awards that he's won. I'm sorry?
And his beautiful wife.
And his beautiful wife, and a Christmas tree. So we see what time of year this was. And then the 90 essential nutrients. We talk about the 90 essential nutrients here. You know, just some discoveries that have changed things between Dr. Wallach's discoveries and others' discoveries. We have books that he's written, health protocols, and how to reach the team in the event that you want to do so for some help if you're not working with anyone. We can then go and see about Dr. Wallach. Talks about his education and training, some more milestones, talks about the fact that not many people have a book that is in the Smithsonian Institute. Again, legal victories that he has done. Folate, by the way, a lot of people talk about folic acid, but he talked about folate. His, you know, and folic acid is a synthetic form. We won't go into that right now. The core philosophy, Dr. Wallach's medical philosophy rests on a single evidence-based foundation. Every chronic disease has a nutritional deficiency at its root. Provide the body with all 90 essential nutrients, and it has the raw materials to rebuild, repair, and thrive. It talks about the 90. It breaks down what our 90 is. So this clearly adds up to 91. You are not what you eat, you are what you absorb. I mean, this is another important axiom. He talks about the bioavailability of different minerals, metallic minerals, ground up rocks. You're going to absorb 3 to 12%. Chelated minerals, you're going to absorb 40 to 60%. But our plant-derived colloidal minerals, you're going to absorb 90% plus because of their size, because they are from the plant. talk about why our soil isn't as good as it used to be. We got some good foods and bad foods to embrace, but as pharmacist Ben always says, keep a food diary. Some foods might not be so good for you. Exercise without supplementation is suicide. Obesity is not a calorie problem, it's a mineral deficiency, and just a wealth of information here. Some protocols you see for cardiovascular and heart. You see some protocols here that Dr. Wallach has delivered to us over the time. You know, what is important. Obviously, the 90 is always the foundation of everything, but this talks about some of the secret sauces here. Talk about what we need to help us ourselves with some of these different ailments here. You're talking about brain health. There's some things that are written here about that. Talk about metabolic and endocrine system issues. There are some things that are written here, right? So we want to utilize this as a resource to help your friends. And if you need help, you know that you can always call one of the team here. This is the books that you can go to DRJ Wallach and call that number and order his books. I'm sure you can find them on Amazon too, but why not get them directly from the source by calling Dr. Wallach and getting them from him? You might even get them on the phone. So let's see, the longevity supplement line, talk about the company that Dr. Wallach founded and the importance of some of the different packs. For those of you who are familiar with longevity products, you'll know some of these major secret sauces, but there are thousands of longevity products. And why are we doing what we do? This is an important note as well. So that is that aspect. And I hope that everyone will utilize any of these tools to help some of their friends and family. Nancy, is there a list of these? Well, Nancy, you're an insider. You know where to get the list. You know exactly where everything is, and we will. If you're watching this on a platform, in the description, most of the resources that we talked about are in the description, and you can utilize the description. And speaking of the description, just as a recap, if Ruth Ellen, if you wouldn't mind just telling the folks where they may be able to find some of this stuff, unless Becca had some commentary on what we saw.
Well, I do have some commentary on what we saw. At first, I want to say, Anne, thank you for your comment. She says this is really good information. Thank you for sharing this with us. And AJ, one thing that I truly, truly, truly appreciate is on that dailywithdocteam.com website, where the focus is on the man who created this movement. One of the founding fathers of the science of epigenetics, the man who has done over 20,000 autopsies, 3,000 plus on humans, on 452 or 54 different species, and more than 1 million different chemical findings that he's looked at to create and write these books. And that is Dr. Joel Wallach. He is amazing. I mean, he is a living legend, folks. And the information that he has empowered us with is to be shared, not kept to ourselves. And I love the fact, AJ, that you incorporated all of that, all of his education, his findings, what he's done when it comes to suing the FDA and putting it all together right there, easy to find, but not just find, folks, share with others so they themselves can see what an amazing individual Dr. Joel Wallach is. His wife, Dr. Milan, she's co-author on many of his books. She's a microsurgeon and just brilliant woman in her own. And you saw the picture of them by the Christmas tree. Don't judge the Christmas tree. I decorated it. I'm not a decorator, okay? But I just love the fact that you really focused on his accomplishments and who he really is. Ruth Ellen.
All right. Let me get myself here. That was very well said, Rebecca. AJ, you're
But I'm not a great decorator.
No, everything else you said. I've seen your decorating skills. Okay, I've been at your house. You do good. You do good. Look at your office. All right. So the list of where you can find all of the different platforms are, we made them in simpler links for you all. So if you want to follow us on Rumble, it's rumble.dailywithdoc.com. And if you want to follow us on Facebook, it's facebook.dailywithdoc.com. And for YouTube, it is youtube.dailywithdoc.com. And then on X, it's x.dailywithdoc.com. What's that face?
I think people get the idea. Folks, if you've got a favorite platform, put it up there. dailywithdoc.com, but
they're
AJ
not all
wants
that way
to continue.
They're not all that way. So TikTok is at dailywithdoc.com. And then iHeartRadio is iheart.dailywithdoc.com. And Spotify is spotify.dailywithdoc.com. Apple Podcast is apple.dailywithdoc.com. Castbox is Castbox, that's castbox.dailywithdoc.com. Amazon Music is amazon.dailywithdoc.com. Audible is audible.dailywithdoc.com. Deezer is deezer.dailywithdoc.com. Overcast FM app is Daily with Doc. Pocket Cast is pocketcast.dailywithdoc.com. And you can follow us on Brighteon at brighteon.dailywithdoc.com. So we've made it as simple as we can so that you can find us easily. And please like us on all those platforms that you visit and share the information. Thank you so much.
All right. I know we're at the top of the hour, but can I show a couple more things that we've done with yeah.
You know, we have tons more to show, but please do go right ahead.
So for those of that want to hang out, here's a couple more things for you to share or to see. So I am an animal lover. I don't know if any of you know that about it.
Keep your best friend by your side longer with Fertale's only Perpetual Plus, the anti-aging and immune support they need.
And that's AJ. Can you believe it? With some pictures that represent my babies on the farm. You can create advertisements. So I've had people's like, well, why doesn't, the company do more advertising on their own? Well, that's why we are here, folks. We can create our advertising, taking information from the official Longevity website, not making any health claims, but putting that information into graphics to help show, to help create an informational commercial or a graphic. Same goes with the Smart, the Soul, our coffee, and the amazing, like pharmacist Ben mentions, the TMR shake.
Did Jill make that one? TMR?
I think she did. I think she did.
Okay.
I know I didn't, but
Okay.
it was some that I grabbed from some of the team and other people within our little school community.
So if anybody is a longevity distributor and you'd like to know how we make this stuff, email questions@dailywithdoc.com and we'll share that information with you. If you're not a distributor and you just want more information on what you can share, if you saw something today that you'd want to share, mention it, email questions@dailywithdoc.com and we'll be happy to help you to help others.
Absolutely. And I'm so thankful that we do have our team. So if they could come on the screen with us, we are here to help the community as a whole, as this is a resource for an amazing community, folks. Community of individuals who have found the benefits of the longevity product line to be solutions to some of the most common health issues. And as Dr. Wallach identified, there's 90 essential nutrients. There's an average of 10 poor health symptoms associated with each nutritional deficiency. So you take 90 times 10, you've got 900 poor health symptoms, folks. Chances are something you may be experiencing or somebody you know or love are experiencing have to do with a nutritional deficiency. And they don't have to. Get back with the person to share this program with you. If there is no one to thank, I do have a call team at 855-949-3377. Individuals on the screen with us, which I think we got everybody who's on the team who's here today. These individuals are part of that call team. So chances are you may get one of them, or we have a few extra that are not here today. But 855-949-3377 to get in contact with somebody who has gone through the course where Dr. Wallach is teaching the 4 areas of health, how poor health conditions or nutritional deficiencies are linked to the different areas of health and the solutions. That is information that's provided through the Certified Holistic Health Coach course that's available to anyone and everyone. You can go to coach.dailywithdoc.com and get more information about the course. And with each of these individuals, they all bring their own special talents to the team. You have talents too that I'm sure a team would greatly benefit from. We have AJ, as you can see, that's just a little bit of what he does. Thank you, AJ. We have Albert, who's joining us from South Africa. Yes, this is an international company that is available around the world. Sometimes we have to do some creative shipping, but we are really strong in Mexico, getting ready to really get strong in Venezuela as well this year with my team and members of my team that are bringing their talents to the table. We also have Coach Rod, an amazing coach and physical trainer, fitness trainer, who's part of the team. Thank you, Rod, as he's out watching different platforms. We've got Ruth Ellen, my executive production manager. She is watching those platforms also and putting together everything into what you who are watching us on a replay or out on the different platforms see. She takes our raw Zoom, puts it with the graphics, and gets it out onto the different platforms. And we have Marilyn, who, folks, if you're not live with us, you're missing out on her skills because she is an amazing typist as she's doing dictation into the chat that's only available in the chat. Thank you so much, Marilyn. I am so thankful I don't have to do this all by myself. And AJ has his hand up.
I forgot one.
Well, you forgot one?
Yeah, I forgot that.
Then it must be a good one. Share it.
Well, I don't know how good it is, but I did forget it. I'm going to share this one, folks. This one is rootnotfruit.com. And I won't bother you with the music. Huh?
I thought I had that one up here too, and I missed it too. Oh, shame on us.
Yeah, rootnotfruit.com. The thing about this site, what's good is you can look at the protocols. If you are someone who is part of the longevity family, then you can look at the protocols and have a quick resource to help your clients. So you know that you're going to start with the foundation, non-negotiable, your Healthy Body Start Pack. And then you're going to go down for gut repair. If you want it easy, you get your gut repair protocol. If you're not already working with someone in longevity, if you are, then you would just tell your distributor that you're working with, hey, this is what pharmacist has been recommended for gut repair. Or if you have Dr. Conaway's gut repair protocol, then you're really digging deep, because that is much more comprehensive. And then we also have the metabolic reset protocol. So if you're dealing with blood sugar dysregulation, and the skyscraper protocol, if you're dealing with my body is falling apart disease, you want to add these things to your protocol to get you going, right? And this is rootnotfruit.com, and that was the one I forgot.
Oh, and see, I mentioned the Facebook page, but not the website. Shame on us. As that's another amazing website that has been put together as a resource for the community, not just the community, but the world. My name is Becca Dukes. As a certified holistic health coach myself, also certified naturopathic practitioner, the producer and host of this show, it is my honor and privilege that you took the time and invested this hour plus into yourself and helping others. Please get back with the person that shared this program with you. And if you have questions about anything that was shared, they're going to be your first point of contact. But we also have questions at dailywithdoc.com that you can email us, and we will get back with you. Again, thank you so much for joining us. Have a fantastic day. And until next time, bye for now.
This program is for educational purposes only. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We're honored to continue and share the teachings of the founding father of science of epigenetics, Dr. Joel Wallach. This program is for educational purposes only. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We're honored to continue and share the teachings of the founding father of science of epigenetics, Dr. Joel Wallach.